Steve?
We talked for a while, now he's gone back to sleep.
Then he's all right?
Well, he feels pretty weak. He just can't understand what's happening to him.
Of course he can't understand. He's always been so active.
Well, when he gets stronger, then we'll take him to our new home and life will be normal again, right?
I'm afraid it's not going to be that simple, Ryan.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, you can't take that boy off this ranch.
Okay, you know what our plans are.
I don't much care what your plans are, but I'm telling you, you can't go carting that boy off right now.
Well, I can't leave him here.
I'm not suggesting that you leave him here.
What are you suggesting?
Well, I haven't had a chance to think it through yet. But I do know that you can't take that boy off this ranch. This is home to him.
But Steve has a home with us.
Well, under normal circumstances, that would be fine. But we all know that Steve has not had an ordinary life these last few weeks, let alone the weeks before.
Well, Ginny and I will help him adjust.
But it's hard enough for a boy with no other problems to adjust to moving to a new home. But a child who's been through all that Steve has.
I've thought about that.
Honey, do you think Kate's right?
Well, she has a good point.
Well, I don't agree. I mean, there's no way we're going to leave Steve here.
I am not suggesting that you leave Steve here.
Kate, you must know there's no way we're all going to live under the same roof as Justin.
Well, I don't know what the answer is, Ryan. But I do know, if you take that boy off this ranch, you might just kill him.
Come on, Kate, I think you're overreacting. Now, Steve has a home with Ginny and me. But there's no way we're going to live under the same roof with Justin.
I am not overreacting. Doc Willard said that Steve could be on the verge of a nervous breakdown. If you take him away from here, it might be the very thing that would push him over the edge.
Well, I'm not saying we have to take him away right now. We'll wait until he gets better.
I don't think he should be moved from here at all. He belongs here.
And I don't think he should stay here.
Why?
Because it's going to be much better for him if he's not living in the same house with Justin.
Ryan?
This is the way I feel. Under no circumstances are we leaving Steve with Justin for any length of time. I'm going to go upstairs and talk to Steve.
Ginny, that boy is your son. You have the right to do what you think is best for him. You know I'm right.
Yes, I know.
Oh, I was worried. Where did you go?
I went for a long walk. I've been doing some thinking.
Ginny, I hope you know I didn't want to upset you by what I said.
Of course I know that.
I just felt it was important for me to say something. See, I've talked to Steve. He doesn't want to leave the ranch. It almost broke my heart when he asked me if I didn't want him here.
He asked you that?
Yes. I didn't know what to say. How can a boy his age understand what's been going on here?
He can't understand. Damn, if it only weren't for Justin.
Oh, I know, Ginny. If Justin weren't my grandson, I'd know. I know exactly how Ryan feels. And you've got to think about Ryan's feelings, too.
No matter what decision I make, I'm going to hurt somebody. I don't know what to do, Kate.
Well, the two of you are going to have to sit down and decide what's important, and you can't wait too long to make that decision.
Steve's feeling a little stronger.
Well, I think I'd better go start supper. The two of you will be here, won't you?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we're both going to stay here tonight.
I'm glad, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Oh, I didn't want to leave you here all by yourself. You know what? I think our worries are almost behind us.
What do you mean?
Well, I got Steve to talking a little, and I even made him smile. Honey, the only thing wrong with Steve is he's just weak from lack of food and rest, that's all.
No, I think it's much more than that.
Hey, he's had a tough time with Barrett. Now, you got to give him some kind of credit.
What are you talking about?
He's a strong boy. He's going to bounce back.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I am.
Ryan, I've been wandering around all afternoon, doing some thinking.
Oh, what?
I don't think we should take Steve away from here.
Honey, you're not going to start this again, are you? Ginny?
I've made a decision.
What?
I think that we ought to stay here and live on the ranch, permanently.
I thought I went through this whole thing with you before. I'm not going to live here with Justin.
I know.
Thought you understood that.
I do. But Steve's health and welfare is very important to me. I have to consider what's best for my son.
You think it's that important to Steve, right?
Yes, I do. I think Kate was right. Dr. Willard told her what the consequences would be if we took him away from here.
Ginny, I can't stay here.
Honey, don't force me to choose between you and Stephen.
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Look, we shouldn't be fighting like this. Huh?
I know. I don't want to fight with you either.
Steve's going to get better, and it's going to take a little bit of time. We don't have to come up with a decision right now, do we?
I think we do.
What's the big rush?
Because Stephen needs to know how much we love him, and that he's got a permanent home right here. We can't let him feel secure and then tear him away again. Then the same situation will happen all over. Now, I'm going to go up to his room and see him.
Don't say anything to him right now, okay? Until we talk this over a little more?
All right, I'm not going to say anything to him, Ryan. But I'm telling you something. I've made my decision.
And so have I. And it looks like we have a great big problem now, doesn't it?